made it to Osaka and I'm here for Pokemon cards. Everyone's been telling me that the stores here are better, there's more variety, and I think just in this one street and block there's about 50 different unique and individual Pokemon card stores with retro, with new, with promos and everything else. So we're finally here, we're going to go to all the stores and hopefully going to walk away with some nice bargains and deals. I'm very excited, might be visiting here for the next couple of days because it is a huge street, there's a lot going on and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be happening. So we'll see how we go. Our very first card shop here called Adorel. It's not adrenaline, it's like, I don't know, let's just call it adrenaline, but it's packed out. So first thing I noticed when I came into the store is just the variety of cards. I mean, we've got so many e-readers, we've got so many PSA 10s, we've got a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Box products, sealed promos all across from Japan, and this is a pretty big deal. Every single pin, not every, but most of the pins, all for 2,900 yen, which in itself is a very, very fair price considering that a lot of these are very far away. Okinawa, you know, you got to catch a whole flight to. They've got a lot of plush toys from different Pokemon centers. Most say 2,600 yen. But then you've got the 30th anniversary one down here, which is 6,000 yen on its own. A lot of old school deck boxes, which you can't find or get anymore. But this is really cool over here. So a lot of these are still sealed. Way back from the 90s or different Pokemon World Championship events. We've got the Fusion Yu-Gi-Oh! Cup Ramens. These are absolutely amazing. And this is still only one portion of the store. These coins are amazing. Nintendo 64, Paper Mario, Kirby, World Championship goods. The newer Fat Pikachu based on the original design. And then, yeah, over here we've got like all the ponchos, including the Mario and Luigi, all in PSA 10s, which is absolutely insane to see. So quite literally the very first store is an absolute banger. But what I'm personally interested in is around the corner here, they've got a lot more retro and sort of old school cards, which I really like. A lot more graded and case cards, which are also cool. But yeah, this whole wall, this entire wall is old school e-reader. So this whole section is e-reader, which I mean, in every single store I went through in Tokyo, I didn't find a single store that had more than maybe 10 or 20 e-readers, and like here easily. And then back where I was at the very start, they had a lot more there. But they've got information saying old back or no symbol, which makes it rarer. Wow, that's great. I think that's on my list. The Articuno definitely is. A lot of these are from the vending machine. This definitely is as well, but 1,500 might be maybe a little bit too expensive. Old school Snorlaxes. This is a great store. So yeah, they've got the plush toys as well. Which they seem to have a lot of varieties. This is from China. I believe this is another either China or Korea exclusive. I think it's China. They've even got a whole bunch of playmats, the larger Pikachus, deck boxes, and a whole other bunch of different little, wow, binders and bits and pieces. And then they sell card binders and a whole lot more Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything else. But yeah, the pins is crazy. I mean, Pokemon Center Okinawa costs generally about $8, but I mean to go there to fly to get hotels, it's crazy. So I think to be able to buy Hiroshima, Okinawa, Fukuoka, Kyoto, like Kanazawa, even the Rayquaza, big deal. So I'm lucky I have them all, but not everyone will. So if you want to get cards and plush toys, this is definitely a great store to start in. And again, I still haven't looked through the rest of the street, the rest of the store, let alone, so we might be here for a while looking through all the bits and pieces. So I've squatted down to see the rest of the supporters. I have never ever seen this promo Misty Lapras. That is so cute. And it's definitely on the list, but not for that price. This is more because it's sealed. But I thought that was really cool, as well as all these other little spiral nonsense, hilarious looking cards. Wow. So I'm definitely going to pick up this Raticate. This, I nearly just said kangaroo. That's so bad. Kangaskhan's very cool. These are two vending machines, but I'll probably pass on them for that price. Blaine's Volpix, the Poliwag I'm really tempted on because that's another vending machine I don't have. There's a lot here. I think just at least in this store the prices are a little bit more expensive, but you've got so much more. Like when I say a bit more expensive, I mean like maybe 20-30% more. So instead of being something like $10, it might be like 14 or 15. Man, I want to get that's a great card. Great card. So it seems like without even noticing, these are the cards that I've been collecting. So for example, I've got the set of those now, which I didn't realize that all of these artworks line up. I just bought them because I thought they were really cute and they were promos, but they're really, really nice. So I just bought that earlier as well. I really, really want this. I've got that Raticate, so this is a nice little graph to go off of what they were to look like. So I just found like my holy grail, which is like a lot of the promos and the vending machine cards, which a lot of them are extremely overpriced. But then there's a few down here which aren't too bad. Like I've seen that for a lot more. I've seen that for a lot more. That Kadabra I've been after for a while. That like 1,000 yen is about right. These are really, really cool. This is like a big shop for me, and it just keeps on going. This is one window of one angle of one store, so gosh, there's a lot to look through and a lot to take in here. But yeah, a lot of these with that little box on the corner are the vending machine promos. Like I need the Kabutops. I've got that. Wow, this is great. And I really want this Politoed, Poliwrath, but he's a bit expensive. So the same store has a huge variety of e-reader cards again, which, yeah, Tokyo. I could barely find any e-reader cards, and it seems like here we've got double case displays at most of the stores here. Again, like I don't know what they were thinking with these prices. Maybe that's why they're so. I don't know. There's one particular shop I'm just like, that's really cute. That Tangela. Oh man, these are great. If it was up to me, I'd have my own binder filled with just e-reader cards. I really like this. He's really cute. A lot of those clay models are really nice. That Pinsir's hilarious. The fire little Granbull's funny. The Primeape is funny. I like the Hitmonchan. But like 8,000 yen for that's crazy. I saw that for 500 yen. It's quadrupled here, but that's why it's tough because there's so many different prices at all these different stores. The last place I checked, this was 1,500 yen. Now it's fine. Like, it's tough. It's a tough market. So this is the store we just came out of. We got our very cool Don Fan McDonald's promo. And I think the pose is really cool. Got this for about 1,700 yen, which I think was a pretty good price, but in comparison to everything else in there, bit pricey. But a huge variety. Huge store next to us, but right inside here we've got a smaller store that has a whole bunch of e-readers, some One Piece, and a lot of other stuff. So I'm stepping in with the consent of my wallet to being attacked. So we're going in. And we'll see if we survive, and also that my wallet survives. So once again, we are greeted with e-reader heaven. There are so many cards here. A lot of the e-readers are very tough to find, so I'm very glad that I have a space to look at them all and appreciate them. I am noticing that a lot of the prices from store to store are either extremely different. So it's like, should I go back to the other store? Like this one here I found for 1,000 yen. Oh, but wow, these are great. These are like most of the e-reader ones. So for example, I bought this in Tokyo for 4,000 yen. Is there much of a difference between these being like $100 apart? Not entirely sure. This Cubone is another e-reader card, which I'm really after at some point, as well as the Kangaskhan. A lot of these are just, yeah, too pricey for me, especially from what I've seen either in Tokyo or different places. But the variety is insane. Just within the very first cabinet is very impressive to see. These especially. Gosh, there's even more over here. So yeah, I bought that Coughing for 1,000 yen. That for 1,000 yen. I mean, I think a lot of the time when I'm buying cards, they're like some form of damage, so therefore the price is a lot cheaper. But for me, who's just a collector and I'm not looking to resell or make money or flip any of these, I don't mind buying a card that's, you know, maybe a little bit more damage on the very back corner. Oh my gosh, look at this Tyro. I've always seen the other cards for Tyro being the clay models. Sorry, the other Hitmons, but I've not seen the Tyro, so that's really cool. So now here we've got like the PSA cabinet, which has got a lot more of a variety, like some older e-readers and then some of the newer stuff and then some of the old school holos. But it's great to... Oh, that Marowak is great. I don't think I've ever seen that before, to be completely honest. That Ludicolo is posing really cool. I mean, I've spent probably an hour just walking between 3 stores, and I already feel overwhelmed. And as I said, there's like close to 50 within this like little square block. And generally speaking, this isn't always the rule, but generally speaking, if you see these yellow labels, that means that there's a discount on these cards, either because they want to move them fast or because there's some form of damage that's on them, which again, for Japan standards, is like there's on the back left corner, if you shine up to a light, there's like a speck. So generally speaking, I think the damage cards are actually normal, and then the ones that don't have quote damage on them are like quite literally PSA 10s or like just perfect. So it's wow, even One Piece, there's a lot to go through. So here we've got like another corner which from the very bottom to the top, like you'd have to completely crouch down to find these, which makes me think there could be some type of little bargains or deals. So far I really like this shuckle. 500 yen for that is I think pretty fair. That's really cool. But yeah, we've got another row of e-readers, and then we've got a whole bunch more, and then some of the other old school stuff. So I didn't buy any Pokemon cards, but I did find this really cute chopper, which I thought was really cheap. This is a case of I'm not too sure if I had it already, but I don't want to look back at this video and be like, oh man, I didn't have it. I should have bought it for like $3. So I thought Mayaz on these little cheaper cards. So we've taken 2 steps and we're at our next Pokemon card store, which is packed out, has a lot more than just Pokemon, but primarily I think that's what we're chasing and after today, so we'll have a look and see. So it seems like I've already found the little discount section, and then this entire row here is all yellow labels and older school stuff, which is exactly what I'm after. So we're going to go through every single one of these and see if we can find anything. So I found their like ultra discounted section here. Thank goodness I already have this card already, but if not, 2,000 yen is so cheap. I just scored a card straight away. I asked the staff to come over, and they got it behind the counter for me. But there's some really nice stuff here for some really good prices. And again, they're quote unquote probably damaged, but to me that's no problem at all. If anything, step on the card to make it cheaper again, please. That'd be great. This is really cute. This is definitely one on the list, but I think for 5,000 yen, I'd probably rather some other cards. So we're getting up close and personal to these cards here, so we can check out every single one without missing anything, because these days are golden opportunities to find some deals. To my understanding, this is the McDonald's promo Typhlosion. Only thing I don't like about this store specifically is they have the barcodes on the bottom right, which is a lot of times where the promo like corner is. So you might miss something, because if you don't already know where it is, then you wouldn't be able to see it with the label covering. But these are like, I think these are pretty fairly priced. This is refreshing when I see a store like this. So now we've moved over to the Psychic and the Grass, and the first thing that's grabbed my attention is this hilarious card, which I've never seen before. Very unique, very hilarious. Probably too much for me to spend on a whim, but if it was 1,000 yen, I'd 100% be picking it up. Very unique. So the card that I saw and I reserved straight away was 300 yen, and on my list is a big card. We've got the McDonald's promo e-reader Natu. I've seen this for like 3,000 yen, 4,000 yen, and like I'm seeing that's fair. That's a fair amount of damage, but still, for me, 300 yen, this is an absolute bargain. So yeah, some really great deals that you can get. Okay, I'm actually cooked. That was not whitening. That was the tag at the back. So 300 yen. Where's the damage? A little bit of whitening. This is perfect. This is great. So I just went up a single flight of stairs to a store that I've never been to before. This is what I've been slunking out on for years. I've come to Osaka, I've come to this little street so many times, and I've missed out on all this. What the heck have I been doing? Just goes to show there's always so much more to see that you don't know about. Never been able. So a lot of really nice cards here. I really love that Canary, which I think the 3,000 yen is very, very cheap. I only just learnt about the starter deck exclusive cards. So for example, the Mega for Alligator, as well as the Eevee and all these other ones. This is all new to me. So we're just having a slow pan, a slow look through everything here. So far, like some really cool cards, but just nothing that I'm personally looking for my collection. Here's another example of the starter deck exclusive card. We've got the Clefairy, which is really nice. A lot of big hitting cards in just this top section of the shelf, let alone the entire bottom row and middle row and everything else like that. But so far their prices are like really fair. This Canary I've seen for like most places 3,500. This is 1,700. This is really cool. My problem is at the moment that I've bought so many cards in Tokyo that I don't remember what I've bought and what I haven't bought. Everything that's at home in Australia currently I took photos of, so I can actually check that. But everything else that I've bought now is sitting in my suitcase. What is this? That's really cute. I really like Miltank. Oh my gosh. What is that? That's so stupid. I might have to get that because I think that's a part of the Vending Machine series. Whoever drew all those cards was junk or something, because that's... What the heck is that? That's ridiculous. So I've made my way over to the One Piece little corner. As per usual, I'm in the discount section because I'm a cheapskate. That's the reminder. But this Don card I have never seen before, and it's 70 yen, which is essentially 70 cents. And then this Yamato card I bought ages ago for like I think it was like $50, $70. It was a lot of money. So I'm sitting there for like $13. So I'm thinking I might get another one just because I like it that much. Arguably one of my favorite Yamato cards. But this Yamato as well, I thought was way more expensive. It's $5 here, so it's either I got gypped or these prices are really cheap. Yeah, they got full arts and everything here for like $2 and less. This seems... These guys in the store are hilarious. There you go. It's basically like a choir, and if I had to translate what they're saying in English, they're like, "Welcome into our store, or please come buy our cards. We love it. They're like a choir of pigeons. No, they're great. They're great guys. So I found the quietest store with no one in here. It's got a big line across it, but I still think that's beautiful for like $10. Then they've got a whole bunch of like older school cards. This Lapras is normally very expensive. That Articuno is normally very expensive. These prices are great, and they've got a huge cabinet filled with retro cards, which, you know, these are like $2. These are like 80 cents. Oh my gosh, there's the Graveler. I'm gonna get a lot of cards here. That Electabuzz I'm getting. I mean, these prices are fantastic. Except for that, I saw that like for 4,000. But this is great. There's I mean, it's pretty much just this section, but there's still like even these Geodudes. That's cute for 80 cents. Like, these are great. I think I'll get that Celebi. Like, it's got a massive line. But the card itself is really nice. For $10, I think that's nice. I think I'll pass on this, but this is definitely on the list as well. Very cute. So I've been looking in these cabinets for a while, and the staff just told me that they have a whole box of all of these cards. So we're going to look through those, and we'll see how deep we end up staying here for and how much it's going to come out of our pocket. in the same building. We've come just like one room across, and we've got a whole other store with some retro cards, which I really like. But first time I've ever seen this McDonald's promo Pikachu, which looks... Oh, is that like a shadow in the background of Pikachu? Wow. That's really, really unique. I think a lot of these are pretty cheap. Like $10 for some of the holographic promos from way back in the day. There's a lot of cards I don't recognize, which either I haven't seen them before or I just haven't noticed, but that's fantastic. Wow. It's a very nice Snorlax. There's just so much to go through here. It's great. Absolutely loving it. So we've got another store outside here called Dragon Star, which is what we actually found in Ikebukuro. So it's the same store that has a chain. I really like this store because they've got a lot of One Piece, they've got a lot of Pokemon. But also they've got these, normally they have these like little keyring cards, which are really, really nice. They don't have them today, which is a funny, odd little moment. But they have a huge section of discounted cards, which again have all of the yellow labels. I found all the Pokemon cards in the corner over here, but they don't have anything really old school, and it's also packed out, so I'll come back in a little bit. Got a case here with a lot of really cool illustration rares, which are super nice. Some of these are limited to the starter deck, which to see all in person in one massive case is great. And then they've got an even more filled section down here with a whole bunch of other arts, which a lot of these are really cheap. I really like Saizeru. I actually don't even know her name, but she's a cool trainer, and when she gets angry, that little was a very funny moment when I was playing the game. Her brother's name is Leon? No, that's the other guy. I got too many trainer names stuck. Oh my gosh, what is this? I've never seen that before. That's a beautiful card. I love the newer cards. I just prefer to if I'm going to collect something, it's to be some of the older school cards. But there's a lot of nice ones here. So I've been directed across the road to their smaller store here, which has, I've been told, a little bit more old school cards. Which, yeah, there's definitely some oldies here, some e-readers. They're the key rings. These are the ones I was talking about. So these are generally like 800 yen, and you can choose whatever card you put on the inside. But they're like a really nice protective case that you can put on bags or charms, or even just hang up at home. Alright, this is prime. This is exactly what we've been looking for, and it's already been like 4 or 5 hours, so I probably have to get going very soon. So this might be the last shop that we sit and look through and take our time. Oh, this card's in Pokemon Pocket, and I really like it, so I want to get the real thing. Oh, wow, 500 yen, we're getting that for sure. So we just walked out of that store with some really nice cards. We've got this promo Fampi, which I don't have. We've got a Lucky Stadium for 500 yen, which looks really funny. And then a vending machine bike that nearly killed me. Popo, which is Pidgey. Very happy with these. So literally the next shop is this huge, massive card shop with Pokemon cards, One Piece. I feel like a pinball that I'm bouncing in between every single story and running in and getting a headache at all the prices, then going to the next. But this is a very awesome and rare opportunity, and the prices change yearly so much. So whilst I'm here, I want to try to make the most of it. I want to get a bunch of cards that I'm happy with and potentially get some for others. But this is a massive store. I've been in and out of the hobby so many times that there's just cards that I don't know where they're from, or there's like cards that I don't know what set they're from anymore, or like certain events and pop-ups. Oh wow, that's the Tangela. Wow, that is such a cute card. That's definitely one that's on the list, but I don't know how much of a priority it is in comparison to some of the retro e-reader cards that I like. But that and the Boss's Order from the starter deck are the ones I'm really after. So the staff worker helped me find it. This is the card that I'm after, which was only available in the starter deck in December last year of 2024. Gosh. Yeah, super rare, great trainer, forgot his name. But I also really like that, and that's maybe a little bit more in the budget, because that's so cute. Gonna have to give it a think. because I don't think something like that I'd ever find in Australia or a card show event. So I think since it's a Japan limited card, it would probably only be available in Japan. This Hitmontop is also limited to that as well, but this is 2,000 yen, that's 200, and that's, yeah, so a little bit of a difference. So this goes for all of the stores around Tokyo, but especially Osaka and in this street, because it's so popular. The card turnover is like hourly, and if you go back the next week, it's almost going to be a completely different shelf. So many cards are getting bought, so many cards are getting sold at the same time, so every single day it's completely different turnover. So even though I'm here on a Tuesday, I guarantee if I come back on a Thursday, there'd be a whole new row of cards. So it's always worth checking, even week to week, day to day, whenever you sort of can and want to, because there's just so many cards going on and new stores to be found. I mean, I've been here so many times, and yet that like second and third level, I found some huge bargains. So we're wrapping up for today, but there's also so many other stores that are here, gaming shops and animates and Surugaya and all these other secondhand goods. But in terms of Pokemon cards, I think for the most part we did some of the main stores, at least that I wanted to check out. So we're going to do a haul check, and let's see what we got. So this spot right here is a very famous Jiro Ramen copycat style, and it's super busy. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's huge ramen portions with these beautiful fatty sized pork meat and massive size of noodles. I am so hungry after card shopping, so I am ready to eat this. So my friend now, every time he visits in the bathroom next to the toilet paper, he puts a little present of all the little places he's been to. So Jeju Island exclusive is here in the bathroom, as well as all the other ones. That's fantastic. This looks so freaking good, and I'm so excited to crack into this. And here we are with all the cards that we bought in Osaka. Just not even in one day, but like one afternoon is crazy. So all the cards without a price label I got for 180 yen, which these are like mint. There's not like any markings on these. There's nothing on them. Old backing, looks amazing. The three cards that I spent the most on were these ones here, being Vending Machine. I don't know about that, but I just think the artwork is awesome, and I've wanted it for a while. I think the Lapras and the Dratini is really cute. A lot more vending machines. I can't believe I was able to pick this up for $3. That's a very rare card. This was says the price there. I forgot. It's in the video. This Ivysaur I think is really unique. I love the Onsen. Guma. I like the Poliwhirl Toad. Nearly stuffed it up there. Vending machine. I'm keeping all the prices on these just so I can know to myself in the future how much I paid for all these. I've got the promo Fampi, that for 500 yen. This card I've seen for like 2,000 yen. That I've seen for like 2,000 yen. So I think I got some really nice deals. Even if I didn't, I'm personally happy with the cards. And in my mindset, as long as you're happy, then, you know, no harm done. But these cards are really special, and the Vending Machine series is one of the favorites of mine, so to pick up all these is a huge treat. I'm very happy with these, so I don't know where I'm going to fit them all, because I think I got too many cards at this point, but we'll make it work.